Hope they brought an umbrella.
Yeah, there's a chance of some more rain tomorrow, which is not good, and that's why it was so important to get this doubleheader in here tonight. And we start the bottom of the second inning with Ron Kittle at the plate. And numbers that he hasn't seen since his rookie year in 1983 at this stage of the year. Kittle playing with a stiff lower back. He got to the ballpark about noon today, took some treatments to loosen it up in the hopes of being able to play both games of this doubleheader. And Dick and I spent a lot of time talking last night about the influence of Walt Hriniak. Watch this swing from Ron Kittle.
Kittle had the benefit of the last year of Charlie Lau here in 1983.
Two and two the count. See the front foot tapped, hand off the bat, and another strikeout. Somehow that just seems a little incongruous. I'm not a hitting expert, make no effort to profess to be one, but this swing just does not fit this man.
For a guy 6'5" with great power, looking like a right-handed hitting Rich Gedman.
A lot of people tell you it's the worst thing Rich Gedman ever did was start swinging like that. A lot of baseball people feel that very strongly. Kittle striking out for the 35th time this year. And here is Carlton Fisk. Of course, he's had a lot of at-bats against Viola in his career, and Carlton's hitting .298 against him. That's a foul outside of third. Only one home run for Fisk in his career off Viola. Frank did not have a lot of success in this ballpark last year. He had 2 starts here without a win, had a start with a win at the Dome against Chicago. That's odd because this is a pretty good pitcher's ballpark, with deep foul lines, deep power alleys, and a tough infield as far as getting ground balls through. It's a slower infield, much like Tiger Stadium. 3-1 now to Fisk. Miss is low and away for a walk. First base runner for the White Sox, and the batter will be Ivan Calderon.
You know that Frank's not too happy about that. Up 4-0. The last thing you want to do is to give up base runners. And you want to make the White Sox hit the ball to get on base.
Here's Calderon. Look at this. This will be a tough play. They won't have one. A bunt hit for Ivan Calderon.
Ball almost stuck in the ground as he popped the bunt up. And a little backspin on it. And a little chip shot. And it died right away, and Frank had no play.
Boy, look at
not
where
a classic bunting style.
And that was hit like a little chip. Just almost bunted that ball right off the ground. In a sense, though, if you're the Twins, you don't mind seeing that because he's a guy who's got the chance to hit the ball out of the park, and he's one of the few guys in their lineup that has that chance. He wants to do that and bunt on you, fine. Well, here's Manrique with 2 on and 1 out. He has been hitting the ball very well lately. He's playing against these left-handed pitchers the Twins are throwing because he has swung the best bat on the club as far as consistency over the last 10 days.
Frank's had to sit through a couple of long innings in the dugout. And you wonder whether that hasn't made his control a bit erratic here in the second inning.
Hard hit ball for a base hit. They'll bring Fisk to the plate, and he will score as Gladden's throw sails way offline. It gets by Mercado, and the other runners are trying to move up, and Viola's throw is just high, and they let the other runners move up. Now, there's a bad play by the Twins. So Manrique with an RBI single, but then a throwing error by Gladden lets the runners move up.
The throw was so errant, Gaetti didn't have a chance to cut the ball off. And Gladden really didn't have much of a chance, but it may have slipped out of his hand because the outfield is so wet out there. Pretty good bet that's what happened. It just slipped right out of his hand. And you can see Gaetti nowhere near the ball. Mercado couldn't reach over to cut the ball off, and Viola had to make the play.
And then Viola had a good chance. Frank was in his position, backed it up perfectly, and he had a chance to nail Calderon at third, but his throw just sailed up a bit to Gaetti's shoulder, and Calderon slid under the tag. So it's 4-1, and Eddie Williams at the plate takes strike one. Enrique driving in his 15th run. That's good RBI production. He only has 23 hits. He's not a power hitter. Now 0-2 to Williams. See, Williams been an everyday player and has driven in just 7 runs this year. This one to center field, and Kirby makes the catch. Tagging and coming to the plate is Calderon, and he scores to make it 4-2. No sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Eddie Williams.
You wonder, with the outfield being so slow, whether Kirby might not have been playing in a step or two. He makes a fine play here, pulling it off his shoe tops. Then he stumbles a little bit because of the slick footing out there, has to delay his throw, and Calderon scores easily. Watch Kirby stumble as he sets himself to throw, splashing his way through the outfield. It's going to be very tough for outfielders to charge and make plays like that throughout this doubleheader.
And Karkovice with a foul outside of third, but this is an inning of frustration for the Twins because they've given 2 runs back, and again really given them a walk to Fisk, a bunt single by Calderon, and the only legit hit by Manrique, but a throwing error on Gladden costing the Twins a run. And so it's a 4-2 game with Karkovice batting and 2 outs. Now 1-1.
Yeah, it all started with the walk to Fisk. Viola had set down the first 4 hitters. Frank would be the first to tell you that that was the mistake of the inning.
Popped up and playable, but it's going to be a long chase. And nobody will get it, and a run scores. Karkovice to second, and it's 4-3.
White Sox have 3 runs this inning, and all 3 can be attributed to some degree to the field conditions. The bunt that died, Gladden's throwing error because he was throwing a slick ball, and Newman trying to put on the brakes here near the foul line. And slipping and falling.
So Karkovice with a double all the way here, dropping in the right place. And again, though, the Twins got their 2 runs in the top of this inning the same way. The only hit they got was a ball that Baines should have caught in right field. So the field is evened up. But the throwing error by Gladden hurt, and that ball, which again is a ball that has to be caught, another one that hurts, and suddenly it's a 4-3 game.
Kind of like they're out there on roller skates.
And Gallagher fights one off foul. And again, I think goes a little bit back to the point we made in the first inning. And I think today is one of those days where you just, as an outfielder, may have to say, hey, I'm going to have to play it in. If they hit it over my head, more power to them.
Well, I think especially here with the tying run at second base. Base hit to the outfield is going to score the run, especially where the Twins are playing defensively now.
Up high, and it's 1-2. Double by Karkovice, I believe, is going to make all 3 runs in this inning earn. Gallagher staying alive. It's 1-2 with 2 out. You know, Viola's standing out there, and he's been criticized a lot. People look at the record and the ERA, and they say, well, the guy isn't earning his money. But you know, it's running through his mind out there. He's saying, heck, I'm only giving up 1 legit hit in this inning, and they have 3 runs. And there he fields the comebacker from Gallagher, and the inning is over. Viola did create a bit of
the first game of a doubleheader. Reminder, coming up tomorrow, 12:30, WCCO TV celebrities Dave Moore, Don Shelby, and more take on KSTP in a softball game for the National Ataxia Foundation. The game will be held at Valley View Fields, 90th and Portland in Bloomington at 12:30 tomorrow. And for more information, 473-7666. Ivan Calderon leads it off for the White Sox in the 4th. Single and a run scored in the 2nd. Viola had an ugly 2nd inning. A good 1st and 3rd innings. Foul away, 1-1. Calderon coming over to the White Sox from Seattle for catcher Scott Bradley as a player to be named later. Pretty good power, hit 28 home runs back in 1987. Had some shoulder problems last year. This one hit well to left center field. And it's all the way to the wall. It'll be at least 2. Calderon will try for 3. They got a chance at him, but again, the wet ball and the throw gets away. Puckett with a good relay throw to Gagne, but his throw to third slipped out of his hands, or Calderon, I think, would have been dead.
At the bad pitch location, and Calderon just crushes this thing. 410 feet. And watch where Gagne takes us. Gagne's so far out that this is a long relay throw he has to make. And even though the ball does slip, I don't know that even a strong throw would have been able. That's a longer relay throw than you would normally make from a shortstop position.
You could see Kirby in deep left center field had to actually pick that ball up out of a puddle.
Yep.
So the tying runs at 3rd with nobody out. Fred Manrique, the hitter. Twins are up at the corners. First pitch in there, a strike, and a throw to 3rd. Calderon gets back. So what started out in great fashion for the Twins, a quick 4-0 lead. White Sox getting 3 of them back in the 2nd. And are threatening to tie it up here in the 4th. Past Bush, tie ball game. So we start anew here in the 4th inning, as Manrique delivers his 2nd RBI single. Good job of hitting. A pitch down and away. He went with it, lined it sharply to right. And Eddie Williams comes to the plate.